Have you ever opened your insurance renewal and thought, why in the world is my premium so high? You're not alone. Across the country, homeowners are shocked to see big jumps in their rates. And it's frustrating, especially if you haven't filed a claim. But here's the truth. Your premiums don't rise for no reason. There are very real factors at play, and today, I'll break down the 5 biggest ones so you know exactly what's driving the cost of your coverage. So let's get started. Reason number 1, the cost of rebuilding a home has skyrocketed. Think about it. Insurance is built around one promise. If your home is destroyed, your policy will help rebuild it. But it has to rebuild at today's cost, not what it costs when you bought your home. And here's the problem. Lumber, concrete, copper, roof materials, and labor costs have all gone up dramatically over the last few years. Now, for example, according to the National Association of Home Builders, construction costs has jumped more than 30% since 2020. So if your home cost $250,000 to rebuild a few years ago, it might cost $320,000 or more today. And that 75% extra factors into your insurance premium. Now, let me give you reason number 2. Severe weather is more common. Storms aren't just happening more often. They're more intense. Hailstorms, tornadoes, hurricanes, wildfires, these disasters cause billions in damage every year. And here's the thing, even if your home has never been hit, your premium is still tied to the overall risk pool in your area. If your neighbors are filing claims for roof damage or flooding, that increased cost is shared across everyone's policy. Now, for example, hailstorms in the Midwest or wildfires in the West don't just impact those homeowners. They raise rates nationwide because insurance carriers spread those risks. Now, let me give you reason number 3. Claim history matters. Your personal claims record plays a big role. Every time you file a claim, whether it's for a major fire or a small water leak, it gets recorded in the national databases like CLUE, which stands for Comprehensive Loss Underwriting Exchange. Now, too many claims, or even just one in the last few years, can raise your premium. And some companies often have a limit of 2 claims within a 60-month period. But it doesn't stop there. The history of your home itself also matters. If the previous owner had multiple water damage claims, the risk follows the property. And even your zip code can affect premiums. Now, if your neighborhood has a high volume of theft or water claims, insurers assume the same risk applies to your home too. Now let's go to risk number 4, credit and risk factors. Insurance companies in most states also use credit-based insurance scores. Why? Because statistically, people with lower credit scores tend to file more claims. So if your credit dips, your premium may climb, even though you never filed a claim. Now, there are also other risk factors at play. You have an older roof, outdated wiring, a swimming pool or a trampoline, or even a certain dog breed. These are all considered high risk, and insurance companies price your policy accordingly. Now, let me give you reason number 5, reinsurance and inflation. And here's the part no one talks about. Insurance companies buy insurance themselves, and it's called reinsurance. When global disasters strike, like hurricanes in Florida, earthquakes overseas, wildfires out west, those costs get passed down to every carrier. Combine that with overall inflation in the economy, higher labor costs, higher medical bills for liability claims, higher cost to rent temporary housing during repairs. And now you have another major reason your home insurance premium is climbing. Now let me give you a quick story. I had a client here in Ohio who couldn't understand why her rates went up when she hadn't filed a single claim. We reviewed her policy and saw 2 things. 1, the cost to rebuild her 30-year-old home had increased nearly $60,000 because of rising construction costs. 2, her neighborhood had several hail damage claims the year before. Now, even though her home wasn't touched, she shared the risk with her neighborhood. Once I explained it, she realized her carrier wasn't targeting her personally. These increases were tied to larger forces at play. So there you have it, the 5 biggest reasons home insurance is so high. And let me give them back to you. Rising construction costs, more frequent severe weather, claims history, credit and property risk factors, and yes, even reinsurance and inflation. The good news is you have options. As an independent agent, I can shop across multiple carriers to make sure you're not overpaying for coverage you don't need and that you're fully protected if disaster strikes. Now, if this video helped you better understand your rates, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't stop here. Check out my next video right here to learn more about insurance and financial tips. And as I like to say, call Jay today. Thanks for listening.